Is there a day more exciting for a cyclist than new bike day? They don't come around very often, and when they do, they're always a bit special. Well, that day's come around again for me today. I'm out on my very first ride on my new bike. Before I go through the bike and talk about it and show you it, why did I go for this bike? Well, I bought my Boardman gravel bike over 2 years ago, more of an experiment really. Wasn't sure whether I was going to get much use out of it, but I've absolutely loved it. It's been a bit of a revelation, to be honest. And I thought, if I'm going to get a new bike and I'm going to get a better bike, it's going to be a gravel bike. And this is where I come across this brand Orro. I'll be honest, I'd never heard of them before, which is quite embarrassing really, because they're a local brand. I mean really local. I'm in Brighton, they're in Ditchling. Ditchling is about 5 miles outside of Brighton. I like to buy local, and I like to support local bike industry if I can. So this bike ticks a lot of boxes for me. Plus, I'm hoping it's going to be a superb bike. So I'm quite early on in the ride, and I've got my first climb. In fact, it's probably the hardest climb I'm going to do today. So it'll be interesting to see how this gearing works. I've never had a one-by bike before. Always in the back of my mind wondering, have I got enough gears, top and bottom? I got the heart pumping. That was good though. Didn't go into my lowest gear. Okay, and breathe. That was good. Didn't go into my lowest gear. Felt very responsive going up there. I think my tyres are a bit hard. I'm going to do a bit of off-road later. It might be the time to let some air out. We'll have to have a look. Next, gravel. I'm now onto the bike's natural home. Nice bit of gravel. Let's see how it goes. Wow, if I could sum this bike up in one word, fast. And that's with me riding it. The transfer of power from your legs into the bike is instant. Reminds me of driving an electric car, if you've ever done that. The power's on immediately. Frame feels really stiff. Tyres, as I mentioned before, a bit hard for off-road. Going to persevere because I've got some road to come as well. Oh, what a day to take my bike out for this first ride. Gorgeous. Set the bike up in such a hurry, so keen to get out, but I forgot to put a water bottle cage on, so I've got the water in my bag. Keep having to stop. Got a road descent coming up into the wind, but should still be a test. Into a lot of wind, in fact. Not sure I'm going to bottom out my gears on this descent. Oh, I've got some off-road, bit of single track coming down here. Tyres, as I keep mentioning, are quite hard. I'm going to leave them, let's see how it performs, and I'm hoping it's going to be dry. I know I'm the muddy cyclist, but this is a brand new bike and I want to keep it clean, just for a little bit. Not the best off-road test, to be fair. It was a bit more technical than I thought it was going to be. Quite a few roots and ruts made it difficult to get any sort of speed up. Tyres, I'm not sure. It needs to be a bit smoother than that, I think, to get the best out of the bike. Hi. Well, not really unplanned. I'm near Beacon Bikes now, so I'm going to pop in and have a coffee. Hopefully speak to Tim or John around their recent burglary that they experienced, sadly, seeing how they're recovering from that, and obviously, more importantly, show off my new bike. The Beacon Bikes was absolutely rammed, so I barely got a chance to speak to Tim and John. They were hard at work doing cappuccinos and paninis. I'll chat about my new bike and seeing how they're recovering from the burglary is going to have to wait for another time. So let's take a look at the bike, and she's an absolute beauty, I think. She has an Orro branded seat post and saddle. The saddle's called the Borstal Plus. The group set is Shimano GRX 800, and that is an 1142 cassette. The wheel set are Fulcrum Rapid Red 5s. And as you pan forward, you can see the integrated cable routing as it goes down through the headset. Front fork is an Orro branded fork as well. The tyres are pedestrian Adventura 38Cs. The tread profile is quite low on the tyres. It's early days, but I'm enjoying them so far. Bike doesn't come with pedals. I've put my own Shimano SPDs on. It has a very nifty light integrated into the seat post clamp. The bike has a green finish, but when the sun catches the frame, you can see it turns into a sort of pearlescent purple. It's a very beautiful bike. So this has been my very first ride on my new Orro Terra C, and I've got to say I'm hugely impressed. This is one hell of a bike. Definitely the best bike I've ever owned. It is super light. I don't know how much. I'll see if I can find out and put it down below. It's very responsive. It feels really good on the road. The shifting is just so fast as well. Only area I haven't really tested it well, I don't think, is off-road. The tyres have definitely got more tread than my old Boardman, but they haven't got a lot of tread, so I think it's going to be more of a spring, summer, autumn bike. But it looks the business. I love the look of the bike, the internal cable routing. It just is a really nice looking bike. In several months down the line, I'll return to this bike and give it a proper long-term review, but I ain't going to do that for a good while because I really want to give it a good test. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.